I'm Nicole. I'm a youth services librarian, and today I'm going to walk you through our Mars Rover take and make bag. So this is a bag for our school age patrons, and this is very much like an experimental bag, okay? So you guys are now NASA engineers, and your job is to create a rover that's going to rove around Mars, right? Drive all over the surface of Mars. But you know, real engineers, they make a lot of mistakes, right? They do, it's not really mistakes, it's like trial and error. They try something, it doesn't work, they try to get a different way, they try to get a different way, so it takes a long time to do it. So this project is meant to get you thinking, get you problem solving, trying one way, trying another way, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the basics of kind of how to set it up, but then I want you to keep going with it and keep trying new ways and trying new things and new shapes and new items, okay? So I hope you'll do that, and I hope you'll have fun. Let me walk you through real quick what's going to come in your bag. So you're going to get 3 pieces of cardboard. There's going to be one big piece like this, and then there's going to be 2 a little bit smaller pieces, okay? So this is the body, and these are going to be your wheels, okay? You're also going to get 2 rubber bands. You're going to get 2 pre-packaged little lifesavers. These are for the project. These are not for eating, okay? So this isn't candy, so you're definitely going to use these in your project. You're going to get a pencil, not sharpened, but I did give you guys a pencil sharpener, so you get a pencil sharpener, and you're going to get a plastic straw. And also you're going to get directions. These are from, so this is a NASA JPL project for school age kids. So you're going to get their step-by-step instructions as well. So at home, you guys are just going to need some scissors, a ruler, and some tape. Okay, so that's what you're going to get, and that's what you're going to need. And like I said, you're going to put it together and get kind of the shape and sort of, you know, the body of it. But then I really want you to have fun with it and try different things and use stuff around your house. Brainstorm. Maybe you have siblings, maybe you have adults in your house. You guys can work together and just see, you know, what you come up with, like what rover goes the farthest. If you have boxes in your house, right, a lot of these things you might have as well, so you can make a couple, or maybe try something else. Grab some different items. Maybe you think something works better, try that. All right, so let's get into following the instructions together, and you can pause the video and do each step, and then, you know, and then unpause it and keep going, or you can watch it all the way through and do it however you want, however is best for you guys. Have fun with it. If you make one and it goes super far, or you really love it, we would love to see it. So you could share it on Facebook, share it on social media, and tag us in it. All right, let's get started. Okay, so now we're ready to go. Let's start with step 1. Is going to be folding this into thirds. Okay, so you're gonna want 1, 2, 3 pieces, or 3 parts. So yours is gonna be flat like this. Don't worry about this yet. Yours is gonna be flat like this, and then you're just gonna fold it up. And you're gonna wanna make sure you fold it lengthwise. It's gonna be easy to fold, okay? So if you try to fold it from the top, it's gonna be too hard. We don't want that. We want it to be nice and easy, and just fold it up till it's about even thirds. It might not be perfect, and that's okay. Okay, so you're gonna have this into thirds, and then you're gonna put that to the side. And now we're gonna go to our wheels. So for the wheels, what we wanna do is we wanna make holes right in the center. So this is where your ruler is gonna come in. You're gonna take your ruler and your pencil, and you're gonna go from corner to corner, okay? Try to get it the best you can, even, and then draw a line. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other one, corner to corner. Draw a line, and you're gonna have an X. See that? X. And then right in the middle of the X is where you're gonna poke your hole. Okay, so do that on the other wheel. Draw your X. All right. And then very carefully, because we don't want to poke our fingers, in that center of the X, you're gonna push your pencil through. It should go pretty easily through, and just wiggle it around a little bit. Okay, and then do it in the other wheel. So right in that center, poke your hole. All right, perfect. And now we're gonna come back to our body, right? The one that we folded into thirds. And these wheels are gonna go towards the back, right? Because you know, on a Rover or on a car, right, you have wheels in the back and wheels in the front. So we're gonna pick one of the sides to make your back, okay? And then kind of right in the middle of the back, just like we did with the wheels, we're gonna poke a hole. And then you can just have it kind of go right across, best you can, and then poke a hole right through the other side, okay? So this is gonna be our rear axle. And the pencil should be able to turn pretty freely, so make sure it's not too tight. You can wiggle it around to open up that hole a little bit so the pencil is able to turn, all right? And now we're gonna put our wheels on. So we're gonna take the one wheel, line up the holes, right? Just like that. And then we stick our pencil through, and there's our wheel. And then we can put the pencil through the other side and put the other wheel on. Right, so there we go. But now we're gonna want to secure the wheel to the pencil. So we are gonna wanna tape, right, these spots so the wheel is secured to the pencil. So it's just the pencil that's moving, not the wheel and the pencil, okay? So we'll get our tape and we'll tape the wheel to the pencil the best we can. If you have duct tape at home or something a little bit stronger than Scotch tape, you can feel free to use that as well. It's up to you, however you want to do it. If you want to push it all the way in and just tape the eraser, that's another option. So a big part of this is going to be kind of testing it out, right? NASA engineers, any engineer, any scientist, any person that's ever doing anything usually doesn't get it right on the first try, right? We have to test it out. We have to see what worked, what didn't work, try it again. So that's what we're doing in this on this project as well. So it might not work the first time, or it might not work the first 3 times, right? The point is to see what works, what doesn't work, test it out, and try again. All right, so we're gonna tape the other wheel down as well. Best we can. And then you don't really want the body touching the wheels either, so maybe we'll put a piece of tape, or if you have another rubber band, you can put another rubber band. Let's try tape. And then if you have other items at home, right, you can see, you know, maybe you have something in your kitchen, or you have some like craft items that you like, and you're like, you know what, I actually think this might make it better. Use other things that you have at home. Try it out, see what works, see what doesn't work. It's supposed to be fun, like experiment. Okay, so now the axle turns, the wheels don't turn. Good. All right, next step. We're going to want to put the front axle on. Okay, so we're gonna turn it over like this. And this is where the straw comes in, okay? So we're going to take our straw and we're going to tape it down to the front somewhere. You can pick your spot. All right, so take your tape and tape it down like that. Now you are going to have to make 2 kind of slits here, so you might want to move it a little bit backwards, but you can play around with it. It's just tape, so you know, you could take it off and do it again. It shouldn't be, you know, too sticky on there. All right, and now we're going to, so once your front axle, right, once this is on, we're going to take our candies. These are going to be our front wheels. Not for eating, these are just for the project. And you're going to slide them on like that. Okay, and then you don't want them flying off, right, when it's going. So you might want to cut the straw and tape it, or maybe, you know, just put a bunch of tape to make it super thick so that it doesn't fly off. You could do that too, however you want to do it. So just, but you want them to spin, so don't tape the actual candy down. Just make it so that it doesn't fly off. Okay, so now these should be able to spin and not fly off. All right, so now we have the body of our Rover. Looks good. Okay, so next up we can put this to the side real quick. And now we're going to look at our rubber bands. So what we want to do is connect them to make one big rubber band. So to do that, we're going to go like this, and the picture instructions are actually pretty good. So you could follow those. There we go, and pull it through. Ta-da. All right, so now we have one big long rubber band. Okay. So once you do that, we're gonna bring back our Rover here. And we want to hook the rubber band to the pencil, and then, as I mentioned, we're going to make 2 slits in the front of the car where we're going to put the rubber band into, okay? So first, here, let's actually scoot that piece of tape. So just like we did to make the rubber band long, we're going to come up here to our pencil and wrap the rubber band around it like that. Okay, see how I did that? Right? So now, and then we're going to pull it down and make those 2 slits with our scissors and put the rubber band right into those 2 slits so it holds it secure in there. I think this part might be the trickiest, and depending on where you put your straw, you might have to move it if it's blocking it. So here's a time for you to do a little, trial and error. You might have to play around with it a little bit. But once you get that done, we're almost set. Okay, and now I will re-tape this up so that's not touching that too much. Whoop. All right, you know what? Take a longer piece of tape. There we go, that looks good. All right, and now we are ready to test it out. So then what you do is you wind your wheels. You see how the rubber band is getting pulled more and more, so it's getting tight. Okay. So now if your rubber band flies off down here while you're doing this, you might have to make the slits a little bit deeper, right? So again, it's going to be a little trial and error. Like I said, it's not going to be perfect on the first go. And then you will put it on the floor, and let's just see what happens. Whoop, whoop. Oh, okay. All right, so now let's scoot it here, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so wheels are turning, but you do have to give it a little bit of a push. All right, so this is where we would troubleshoot, right? So this is where I want you to figure out, okay, I don't know, square wheels. Do we think that's the best option? Maybe not. Maybe square wheels aren't our best option. Maybe a smooth surface is not the best option. Maybe if you have a carpet at home, maybe a little bit of friction might help propel it, right? So maybe we could try that. Maybe we can move the placement of our front axle. Maybe we could try that, right? Maybe we can turn the wheels a different way. We can try to do that. So really, now is the time where we have the base, so we kind of know all the parts that are needed, but now we're going to figure out what's the best way to use those parts. So good luck. I want you to figure out the best way to set up your rover to go ahead and rove around on the surface of Mars or the moon, or maybe you want to go to Venus or somewhere else. If you have boxes at home, then use those and make a whole bunch of different prototypes and see which one works best. So this is something to have fun with. This is something that you can experiment with and keep playing with and keep trying new things. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we can't wait to see you back at the library real soon. Bye.